Perfect. Welcome, guys, to a free-for-all regicide diplomacy game. This is between the moderators and my Twitch channel, and many of these people you've probably seen in community games. They're quite good. With me, I have someone who's quite good at making Age of Empires content. I have Spirit of the Law. What's up, man?
Yeah, happy to be here, man, and excited to see some mods fighting it out. So these are moderators in your Twitch, right? That's what you mean by mods? Okay,
yeah.
see, I was thinking we're doing like triple tech mod and stuff. I was really confused.
Yeah, be careful how often you
now.
talk about that, because people will want that, and then we'll be in trouble. So, yeah, man, so this is Pilgrims. This is a map that a lot of people request, and it's probably one of the best all-time diplomacy maps, I think. And for those that don't know Pilgrims, you start without a town center on a small starting island. You have a transport ship, and you have a king. Now, for me, I actually have a Santa Claus. So if you lose your Santa Claus or lose your king, you are dead. And players can ally or enemy each other at any time, and there will be lots of backstabs. And there's the poll now. People are going to vote on which mod they want to win. So we have Japanese, man. Snippy has chosen Japanese for you, Spirit.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, well, I'm cheering for Snippy then.
Okay. I think my mod that is active has failed the poll. We have the one derp moderator working right now. No, I'm just kidding. But I think that Snippy will probably be the most popular here because he is in a legend video. He's in that right-hand corner. We'll probably wait a few minutes to talk about their positions once they set up shop. But what are your thoughts on, I don't know, man, everything? This is too crazy to talk about one specific thing.
I feel like the king adds a really interesting element to this. Because it's like you don't actually have to be the strongest or to keep your whole base alive. There's going to be some king snipes, I think, happening. And wow, there's a lot of sheep.
Yeah, lots of sheep,
turkeys,
lots of turkeys, yeah. You're right, though. I think that's the beauty of Diplo games, how someone who's normally very weak can actually win. Even if they're bottom score, even if they don't have a lot of population, all you need to do is snipe kings. We are having some poll problems, guys. I think the system might be broken. So here, let's do it this way. Type the name of the person you would like to win. It's not Dux's fault. I think the poll system is bugged. So type the name of the person in the chat. And we won't have an official poll, but we'll get to read that. A lot of different names, but I'm seeing a lot of Snippies. So we're just going to say Snippy is one with 30% of the votes. Unless this actually works. Nope, not working. All right, Spirit. We'll continue casting.
Well, there you go. I'm kind of cheering for Purple now. He's kind of going for the different approach of just ignoring the island entirely. It's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, I like it. And he has more vills because of that. He placed his TC nice and early, so he could create more villagers. And then I think the strategy would be to transport villagers later on. The problem with that is if you have people who don't like you and people who don't ally you, they won't let you expand on the mainland. So there is a risk associated with that.
Yeah, definitely. And especially because people tend to settle, it seems, near the coast so that they can put their town center down first. I think it's going to have a hard time making it to land at any point.
Yeah, but as much as I know these guys will kill each other in this game, I feel like they'll probably all start off as allies. Snippy has just set everyone to neutral, I think.
Bold choice.
He set, well, it's really hard to follow the diplomacy, but I thought for a moment there he set Hank to neutral, which is kind of funny. There goes Hank, and I guess I'll introduce the players now, man. We have Super Lisco. He's probably the strongest player in this game. He's playing as the Slavs in the teal. He's on the left-hand side. In the green, we have Roach. Roach is playing as the Khmer. It seems like the players have paused. In the red, we have Trirem. Trirem's playing as the Berbers. A lot of these guys do amazing mod work for my channel, but Trirem has done a lot of work with World of Kingdoms, which is what we're using now to watch this on Voobly at the moment. So I'm kind of rooting for him because of that. We have Grim.
He made it?
Well, so so originally it was Giant Apple and Tails. There were a few people on the project. And then Giant Apple took a break from the game, and Trirem kind of took charge of the project. So Trirem is definitely involved in it and does a lot of work with that.
Cool,
we
awesome.
have Grim playing as the Britons. We have Carlini playing as the Koreans. This guy, man, always making towers. In the yellow, we have Algernon, and then in the blue, we have Snippy. And let me make sure I haven't been messaged because there's a pause. I think we're fine. Cool. Yeah, Algernon, Hank, Trirem, Snippy, even Roach. A lot of these players have also made a lot of maps for my games. So it's not just my Twitch stream. They just do a lot of work in general.
Yeah, that's so great for the community, man. It's the same thing on Steam and everything. All the people that make those maps. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a thankless job, or at least it has been in the past, right?
Yep.
The people who play the maps are like, wow, this is cool. And then they play it with their friends, but they're not able to communicate with the people who created it and really thank them. But I'm fortunate because I'm in a position where I can thank them, and they can have 1,000 people or 2,000 people in the Twitch chat right now say, thank you for making maps. Like they actually feel some reward from it. So
definitely. So you want to talk about the positions here, some of the players? I feel like we've got a couple of interesting spots where they put the town centers. Assuming
Hank didn't drop. Okay, somebody dropped.
Oh,
so we need to close out of the game, and then they will restore it. So, yeah, I think Hank is back now. We'll need to restore this. Oh, and the poll is working. Okay, perfect. But yeah, when we get back in the game, we can do that for sure. So guys, type a number in the chat associated with the vote on the poll. Snippy is in the lead at 32%, 33%. Now, who's going to be last? I'm more interested in who's going to be last. Right now, it's poor Trirem. Somebody, I got to get a vote in there for Trirem. Get some sixes in the chat. He's looking pretty pathetic with 6% right now. So, is your Twitch account Spirit of the Law?
Yep. Or Spirit of the Law. You always say lol.
Oh, yeah. Spirit of the lol.
Just making fun of your
You're aware of the
accent.
memes. Yeah, well, people always say Spirit of the lol just because of the lol is a popular Twitch meme. Yeah, that's good because I was scared for a while that someone might take that.
Oh,
like they did on
did.
Voobly, apparently.
And yeah, they took it on Voobly. Couldn't believe it. Like 6 months ago.
Well, I have a bunch of people who show up to streams and say, hey, T90, thanks for playing in that game with me on HD last night. It was a lot of fun. Not a lot of people. It's happened half a dozen times.
No, I've had that happen too, yeah.
Yeah, and it was not me. So I guess on Steam you can change your name, so it's pretty easy.
In my case, usually the person impersonating me is better than me. So then people go, man, he's better than I thought he was.
And they're not a jerk, right? So if they're really cool, then...
yeah, then it's great.
That's good, yeah. As long as they're not a jerk. T90, you're a co-caster at Spirit of the Law. Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. So I didn't see the results of that. It was Snippy by a landslide, right, guys? No surprise. Snippy is known for his sniping. Not necessarily for making a lot of economy, but Snippy just goes for snipes, man. He just tries to kill kings. Okay, so 29% for Snippy. So sorry about the delay, guys. We should be back in the game. Perfect. It's loading up now. Let's do this.
We should call him Snipey instead of Snippy then.
Snipey, yeah. Snippy, no sniping. Okay, what was your question before we dropped? I think you mentioned the positioning, right?
Oh, yeah, just looking at Yellow's position. He's and same with Snippy as well. So, who's Yellow? Algernon and Snipey, I'll call him. Both in a pretty tough spot here, right beside each other. Kind of unfortunate.
I saw Algernon say I'm wedged before the drop.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So, yeah, he seems to be aware that he's trapped here. Sometimes it's not the end of the world. If you get to Castle Age and you send more villagers, let's say, to that northern corner where there's a lot of real estate, you could have different economies, and then you can relocate. But you're right. If someone does not like what he said in the Twitch chat in the past or whatever, they could wall him in and kill him off.
Yeah, are there any beefs that you know of between these players?
No, no beefs. Okay. No beefs, but they are all pretty competitive, So I would say Snippy and Trirem, I don't think they care too much if they win. I think Snippy, what makes Snippy popular is he just tries to get a king kill. He doesn't try and win the whole game. He just tries to snipe kings. And Trirem, I don't see him play enough to know if he's super competitive. But all the other guys, they really would probably want to win this, especially since there's so many people watching and you're here.
Well, I don't know. I think these guys are competitive, they always want to win.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. Carlini's an interesting one. He doesn't play too often nowadays either. He's been a big supporter of my channel for a while. He tends to just build towers and make life brutal for the opponent, so.
Well, looking forward to that. He's doing a really good fish boom as well, I noticed. Just checking out. He's got a lot of fish out and double docked his original island.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them did that.
Yeah, fish booming is very important. You can also dock the mainland, and then there's more fish next to the docks. Guys, what's the issue with the mic? Sorry. Is it my mic?
Merry Christmas.
Sorry, Spirit.
Sure, no, I was seeing that too.
My microphone, partially unplugged. Sound is jumping. It's really hard when there's so many different responses from people.
I think that's
so just
Skype
spiking,
too, right? The Skype will automatically adjust your volume depending on how loud you're talking. It'll kind of cut in and out. I think that might be part of it.
You know what? It could be if I'm talking, if I'm running into you with my words, it could be that, which I tend to do. So maybe it's that. I'm sure it'll be fine, guys. I haven't changed anything here, so it's not like I could do anything about it anyway.
Merry Christmas.
All right, man. So Grim is on the way to Castle Age. Hank is on the way to Castle Age already. Pretty fast times.
Yeah, it looks like Green's lagging a bit behind here. Just halfway to feudal right now. He's getting a forward blacksmith in his face here.
I wonder if Super Lisco will be allowed to boom. Because Super Lisco is known for playing at late game. He's not aggressive early on. He tries to bank up resources, tries to get to the strongest technologies his Civ offers. And he's on the way to Castle Age as well. Trirem. These are strong castle times, except for maybe Roach. He's a bit slow, by his standards anyway.
Yeah, that's tough when they're so close together, Green and Cyan there, that it's going to be really hard for either of them to really boom, because I feel like they're going to run into some problems real soon here.
Okay. So, 1 second. Guys, I don't think I can change the audio. Was it like this the whole time when Spirit and I were casting together? Or did this just change randomly? The people who are telling me to check cables, I literally haven't moved, so it has nothing to do with cables.
And it's definitely not mine? They're saying it's yours?
It's not you. I'm not hearing anything, so I don't think it's you.
Okay, well, yours sounds fine to me.
Yeah. I mean, it could also be an elaborate Twitch troll, which I don't think it's the case. Yeah, they're saying it's going from left to right channel. I don't know if I can do anything about it. Go to Sounds, Communication tab, disable Reduce Other Audio. Oh, God. I'm really bad with technology. So, are we talking about my sound settings on my computer, or are we talking about Skype sound settings? It's not troll audio. Yeah. I don't know what to do. So, Spirit, do you have TeamSpeak by chance?
No. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, guys, it is what it is, right? If it's going from left to right, it's not the end of the world, I suppose. So I'll have to cast it. I don't know how to fix it. Okay? So it's fine. It's T90 fine. We'll get back to the game. Can't do anything about it. So Spirit, sorry about the delay, I guess, but what do you think of the civilizations? Like Khmer, Mongols, Britons, Magyars, Berbers, Slavs, Koreans. Lots of powerhouse civs here.
I like they're getting a big mix. We got a few of the newer civs as well, which I like. The Khmer was an interesting choice. I usually don't think of them as a particularly powerful civilization on water or land, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that Khmer, they're really tough civ to discuss and balance because they're very poor, Dark Age through Castle Age. But if they get to the Imperial Age with resources, they're arguably the best because of those elephants.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah, arguably, right? There are definitely some civs like that can beat them. Mongols is another one. I'd say that Mongols are probably a bit weaker in Feudal Age and Castle Age, but in the Imperial Age with Mangadai and Siege, they can be very strong, right? So another strong example there.
Definitely. I feel like Khmer still needs something. I'd like to see them get 3 heavy scorpion and just see if that's completely over the top. Just hear me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
They can make some Castle Age scorpions, and then they have that transition and big power spike. I feel like if that's their thing is scorpions, I want to see that happen.
I think it would make sense to give them something more with the things they already are good with, I guess, because the issue is getting to them. It's not necessarily that their scorpions are not strong. It's just you can't justify making them. Are
you seeing this castle going up here, man?
I see it. Yeah, right next to Roach's TC. So you might not have the time to get those scorpions out.
Bad news for Roach, yeah.
Oh, wow. And Super Lisco changes him to enemy. Ooh. Wow. He didn't waste any time with that. All right. So this is the first betrayal in the mod battle, guys. Oh, boy. So Roach is at 30 villagers, and he has to run with his king, and he needs a friend now. Wow.
Yeah, not a good situation there. And I don't know if he saw that going up, although I'm not sure there's too much he could have done about that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, sometimes you just have to be the first one to make a move. Trusting someone can hurt you. And I like to see this from Super Lisco, actually, because this is how he plays. You know, he is, I don't want to call him greedy because obviously the goal here is to win, but he's aggressive and he's top score right now. I think some of the other moderators will need to team up against him in this.
Yeah, and he's going for water too. Like he's sort of got all the bases covered here.
Yeah.
He's got some fire ships out.
So if he were to kill Roach, he could take quite a few gold and stone piles away from him as well as have the water secured. So certainly a strong start for him. And what on earth is Grim doing next to Trirem's TC?
Oh, wow.
Do you see this?
I love it. And that's a great TC as well because it's right on the wood and the gold. That's an important one.
Yeah, so Grim has gate walled in Trirem. Trirem is trying to run with his king.
Oh, and there's the king. Oh, no.
Okay, and the king will just get away. You know, it's so funny to me that they're already fighting, you know? They're already trying to kill each other. Trirem will just survive with his king, but the quality of life is not going to be great with so many villagers trapped here.
Yeah, that was a great idea with the gates as well, because if you just did a couple more of those, could have trapped the king in there with the castle.
Yeah. Yeah, palisade gates are not the strongest. It's good for quick walls, but as far as actually trapping someone in there, it probably won't do much. But Trirem and Roach, two of my most loyal moderators, already struggling. Oh, man.
And all the refugees from all the town centers are all going north, and they're starting to actually build up a little bit up there, which is good to see.
Yep, we have some T90 Woo. Trirem has lost to the left of Snippy's castle. He's lost 3 villagers to wolves. He doesn't have loom yet. Oh, God, that's so bad.
You want to get some T90 wolves in the chat?
Yeah. Come on, chat. If Spirit said to do it, you have to do it, right?
Is that what they're called? T90 wolves?
Well, T90 Woo. T90 Woo.
T90 Woo. Oh, okay.
Same thing. Yeah. Each emote has a name. The joke started actually a few years ago when a pro player didn't have loom. And Dave, who you probably heard co-casting earlier, said woo woo woo, and it's kind of stuck. All right, well, Snippy's bottom score. And look what he's doing. Look in his castle, Spirit. He has petards. Oh yeah, no. He is. Yeah, he's being attacked by Algernon as well, so I guess he's in trouble. Lots of action here, and Snippy wants some revenge, so he's making petards to go for a snipe. Typical Snippy, man.
So you need, what, 5 to take down a castle? Is that what it is?
5 for a TC. Okay. I believe it is, and I could be wrong on this, I believe it's 10 for a castle. So for some reason, 8 is coming to mind. But yeah, it would sound about right. But if you're going for a surprise snipe, you probably need a bit more to be safe. So what Snippy tends to do is he makes archers, and he makes petards, and he just YOLOs. He goes for it and hopes that he can get a king snipe. Very difficult to surprise someone when they have so many castles of their own, but Snippy has done it in the past.
Yeah, who do you think he's targeting here?
Probably Algernon. Just a guess here,
I guess
but
he's got the pressure. Oh yeah. Oh, Algernon's
yeah.
really pushing him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Algernon and Snippy had a little quarrel before, but I'm guessing that Algernon didn't want to deal with Snippy surprising him later on and figured he'd just attack him.
Yep. Well, when you have somebody right behind you as well, just take him out. Then you only have to worry about one direction of getting attacked from. So
yeah,
I think it's a good strategy.
Like Lisco, for example, he's in a very safe position because he can't be surprised. He has the water front covered, and then he's protected on the other sides. Roach has just said in the Twitch chat, or not the Twitch chat, sorry, the game chat, he said, he has a huge chunk of lands now with 3 relics. We need to do something about Super Lisco. So he's reaching out to the other moderators, looking for an alliance to team up against Super Lisco, and Super Lisco's on the way to the Imperial Age now.
Well, this is what you said he would do, right? Is just boom up and then go crazy.
And Slavs are an insanely good civ as well. I mean, with their siege, Boyars you don't see too often, and I think that's mainly because their champions are so strong, but they have plenty of options.
Yeah, and he's making really good use of the farming as well, like that farm bonus, which is maybe a little strong now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, man. I had someone on my Twitch channel a few weeks ago say something about how you uploaded a video saying that Slav farms are not strong, and I don't know when you upload things, you know? Like, I'm aware that you've uploaded videos, but you've obviously addressed certain topics at certain times.
Yeah, and then they changed him on me.
Yeah.
That would have been a long time ago. Like, that farm rate video was probably 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I was confused for a second. I was thinking, why does Spirit think that Slav farms are not good? And then they said, oh, it was uploaded 3 years ago. And now they're amazing farms.
Yeah, that was a really big change that they made to them. It totally changed civilization to me.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most overpowered things in at the moment with competitive play, I'd say.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, probably something to talk about at a different time. Hank, Hank has kind of done what I said, branching out his eco. He has villagers next to the shoreline. He has villagers in the north now. And he did a great job at getting some control of land after getting to the mainland later, if you remember.
Yeah, well, then headed straight back to where nobody else had settled. That was a smart play.
Yeah, and he's Magyars. He has already begun some trade with Roach, I believe. Who's he trading with here? I think he's trading with Roach. I saw a trade cart somewhere. So yeah, a sign that there will be an alliance between Roach and Hank, maybe.
That's dangerous, though, because you invest a bunch in your trade, and then if they change their mind, I mean, you lose a lot of resources, a lot of wood and gold.
Yep. So that means they must really trust each other. I guess Roach needs him, so that would make sense. Oh! Snippy's on the move, Spirit. Snippy's on the move. He has Cav Archers, and he has Petards. He's going for somebody.
Love it.
Oh, geez. Well, who will he go for? If he goes for someone he's currently allied with, then he'll have a good guess at where the king is. But if he goes for someone who's enemied, it might be more satisfying, I guess.
I think right now he's only enemies with yellow, as far as I can tell. Seems to be allied with everybody else. So yeah, I think that's definitely the target here.
Yeah, but oh, Yellow's king is actually not in a building. It's sitting right next to the TC. Okay. This is so typical of Snippy. Where is he going? He doesn't even have his Cav Archers in the group. Where is he going? Is he going for the castle? Algernon sees this. Oh! Wow.
Oh, nice. Nice with
Castle's
the gate.
probably gonna die, though. But there's no king here, so tell me Algernon knows his king is there. He sees it, all right. So he'll run to his king, and he'll get to the Imperial Age, and poor Snippy has just lost everything. He tried, and he will fail.
And now just losing all the cavalry archers, too.
Yeah. Typical Snippy, man. I think people are wise to his tricks now. In the beginning stages, like when he first started playing games, people were always surprised by it, but now they know his tricks. So he'll lose his Cav Archers to the Mangadai. Algernon will actually be in the Imperial Age. I think Snippy is probably down and out of this game because he does not have an eco.
Well, that was ugly. He lost like 8 cavalry archers maybe, and got off maybe like 5 shots in total with all of them.
Yep. So
not ideal.
The risk was not worth it there. A Super Lisco on the left is pushing in. And oh, Hank is actually trading with Super Lisco. I figured it out. So they're trading through Roach's base as Roach dies, and maybe Hank will not help against Super Lisco. Who knows? Jeez. Elsewhere, there's longbows from Grim. He's still trying to attack Trireme. This is more aggressive than I expected, man. People are really going for it.
Yeah, they're being smart about it too. Like they're just targeting one at a time instead of just sort of an all-out fight. It's like everybody's fighting just one person right now, it seems like.
Yeah. Carlini we haven't talked about a lot, but he has 200 population as Koreans, and I believe he's going for the ideal army comp of Halberdier and Siege Onager. He has lots of siege workshops there.
Yeah, and he's actually allied with everybody, so he's playing the diplomacy game well too.
Yep. Now, because of this score, people will see him as a threat. That's the danger sometimes of playing as he is or playing as Super Lisco is. Players will notice that, and they'll try and team against you.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no real good way to keep your score down without just hoarding resources.
Yeah. Yeah, and even hoarding resources can be tough as well. I think that Super Lisco's score is high. As Roach's King, I just randomly saw Roach's King running towards Trireme's castle. What you can do, Spirit, is you can do Control Shift and then press up on the number pad at any time, and that will actually take you to someone's king.
Oh, didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, and you can also, let's say you're on Roach's point of view and you want to go to someone else's, hold Shift and click someone else's unit or building, and it'll shift point of views. So that's also helpful.
Yeah, that is. Is that a building-only thing?
Yeah, it's a user patch feature.
All right, I'm sold.
So anyway, Roach, he sent his king running, and he is kind of near... Well, he's near a lot of Super Lisco's units. Super Lisco's pushing in, and he hasn't been stopped yet. Roach is being... He's shouting, like, kill Super Lisco, essentially. He has the whole left side. He has so many resources. He is Slavs. We need to kill him. Oh, and Hank turns on Super Lisco. And he uses the Magyar Hussar to kill the Trebs.
Yeah, good timing. And I like that he's got the Magyar Hussar. Like, that's a really good unit. Although not necessarily against the Halberdiers here. But yeah, definitely a good raiding unit. Good against all the siege that we've been seeing so far.
Yeah, it's a fantastic unit to stop pushes like Super Lisco has. And I think if you use the Magyar Hussar versus Siege, and then use the Cav Archers that he has versus the Halberdier, you'll be in a good position. Nice play.
Yeah, those with 8 range now. It makes a big difference, I think, that extra 1 range.
Well, to shift back over to Trireme for a moment, he is still alive, and he's been attacking Grim. Grim and Trireme have very tiny bases on the mainland, and they're going at it right now, both of them with the Treb War. This is essentially a 1v1.
Yeah, I like the, you don't see longbows all that often, although they're not a lot of upgrades for both of those two guys. I think their economy is a little behind.
Yeah, they're both pretty weak right now. I mean, not as weak as Snippy. We'll have to check up on him in an hour or so to see what he's up to, but obviously pretty weak. Grim making the elite skirm. It's a nice move, and Camel Archers alone probably never going to push Britons. I just think Trireme's eco is so weak he's out of options. He can't afford to make knights or light cav, so for that reason he's fighting with only Camel Archers.
Yeah, I mean they're a great unit, but not without all the upgrades here.
Yeah. Well, Trireme is at 110 population, Grim is at 130, so they're pretty close there. But I do think Grim is winning that fight. Trireme's king is safe in another castle, fortunately. Carlini, man. He is taking his good old time, has Siege Onager researched, has Bombard Cannon. They're just sitting in his siege workshops. He hasn't made any moves. It's funny.
He's in a good position, though. The fact that he hasn't wasted any resources in any fights so far. Yeah, I don't know. He's sort of sliding under the radar right now. Although about to take score lead.
Yeah, about to take the score lead. I like how Roach, you can see all of Roach's conversation here. It says, we can trust them, question mark. We need someone to trust. That's what he's saying. I like it.
Yeah, Roach
Well-
looking really vulnerable.
Yeah, he just needs time, really. And I think an issue for Hank is while he is defending his friend Roach, he is kind of out-civved here. I think that Halberdier and Siege from Slavs, especially with the eco that Super Lisco has right now, is just much better. And not that Magyars can't beat Slavs, but it's much easier for Super Lisco to do damage with his Halberdier spam.
Yeah, he needs something against this, and it's hard to think of what even the right unit composition would be against that.
Oh goodness. Look at Snip. Snippy's trying to make a move on Carlini. They're still allied together. Carlini notices this, and Carlini immediately uses the attack round to kill Snippy's Cav Archers. That's amazing. And I guess the king for Carlini is actually in his TC and not his castle. And Snippy goes for the castle and kills it. Oh man, if he would have gone for the TC, he could have killed Carlini. I don't think... Can he kill this?
Well, we were just saying, does he need 5?
Oh! No way! No way! Snippy, shoot it! Oh my god!
Wow.
How did he fail that? How did he fail that? The king was right there! That would have been the most epic snipe ever. And he failed it. Oh my god.
It was
I need
perfect
a replay.
timing. It was just the right units and just couldn't quite make it happen.
Oh, did he not have ballistics or something? Because it looked to me like that volley should have worked. Oh, everything going wrong for Snippy in this game. He says T90 rigged. Woo! Jeez, well, Carlini's a real force now, and Algernon knows it, and Algernon will turn on him. So, Trebuchets and Mangadai versus a lot of Korean siege onagers. It's gonna be tough for Algernon to take this fight.
Yeah, Mangadai are pretty good though, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's got a good chance here.
Well, I like the Hussar. You get the Hussars against the SO.
Yeah, get him in there against the onagers. Take him out. Yep.
Carlini just killed 5 of his own siege onagers. He's gonna lose everything here at this rate. Oh man. And meanwhile, Roach is just passing through. Roach is looking for a safe place. Yeah, I have to say, Carlini, for the amount of resources he has and the amount of tech he has, his KD has been awful.
Yeah, especially with these mass onagers. They did not get a lot of value.
Yeah. And Carlini's king is going to be hard to keep alive, actually. It's just in the TC. And as you said, Mongol's very good civ, very mobile civ. It could perhaps catch Carlini off guard.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just so hard. I mean, Hazars and Mangadai, right? Running around your economy. What can you really do?
Yeah. Well, I want to give an update on the fight between Grim and Trirem. I actually forgot the guy's name for a second because I couldn't see him on the map anywhere. There we go. Trirem is kind of losing, but he's still alive. Grim is booming back up. Super Lisco is also still pushing against Hank on his own and winning that fight. So Super Lisco, I would say the strongest player in this game, but plenty of opportunity for others.
Well, he's got the right unit comp right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were saying, it's hard for Magyars to push back against that.
Yeah, Slavs are one of the best picks. Slavs, Celts, any strong siege Halb civ is incredibly strong in these types of games.
Yeah.
And Britons, for example, would just die to Slavs later on. So maybe Grim, now that he's no longer preoccupied with Trirem, could consider turning on Super Lisco and sniping.
Well, I think that's a good idea. I mean, he's going to be next here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, normally what happens is everyone will fight their own little battles, and then 2 or 3 people will die, and then there will be 2 separate teams.
Yep.
And I think we're kind of getting there. Obviously, Hank is going to need somebody. Super Lisco is going to need to be teamed up on, and maybe even Carlini and Algernon. We still don't know exactly how this fight's going to go. They could be strong enough where people will turn on them. I guess Snippy will just try again, man. He's making more petards and more calf archers. He's doing the same thing. He's not giving up. Oh man.
He's still castle age too.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
He's invested everything into this, and he almost got it, man. That would have been so cool.
That would have been
almost
amazing.
got it. I feel bad for the guy. He's probably so frustrated. Okay. Well, Carlini, for all his might, is at 150 pop, no food. And he just has a very slow composition. He's not pushing. I think he could be sniped by Algernon if Algernon can get the Trebs in the right spot to kill the TC.
Yeah, I'm feeling better about Algernon in that fight at the moment. I'm not quite going to call it yet, but
yeah.
I think he's in a better position.
This is funny. There's a comment from the Twitch chat. Philster, he says, if Super Lisco wins this game, your mods haven't learned anything in 2 years. That's so true. That's so true. Super Lisco's always the top dog, and the fact that people aren't turning against him right now is kind of funny. Good point from Philster. Very good point. And there's nothing that tells me that Super Lisco's going to die so far.
You feel like he's running out of steam a little bit, though. Like he's got a ton of barracks out there, which is great.
Yeah.
But doesn't really have an army anymore. It's sort of been whittled down.
Yep, he'll need to create more. I guess that's the issue. He's actually losing a lot of units because Halberdiers are vulnerable. But it's just about map control, right? And he'll take these golds. And Roach is he says, seriously, this can't be such an easy win for Lisco. Think of the stream, yeah. And oh, Snippy's coming back. Snippy's coming back with petards.
Well,
nothing else. Yeah, and
well, you gotta have something else there, right?
Yeah, maybe it died on the way in. Who knows? But he didn't kill the king. Oh man. I absolutely love how Snippy just doesn't give up, man. He doesn't give up.
Well, it's just playing the map, right? And that's the situation. It's sometimes... Oh boy, that's a big fight there.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of Hussars. Algernon is lacking quite a few upgrades. Like, Philster has a point, you know, if people are not teaming up on Lisco, if people are not getting their unit upgrades, I feel like I've failed as a streamer. Yeah, I just have this feeling that Carlini will eventually die here. I don't know about you, but he hasn't been convincing enough, despite the technology that he has.
Yeah, just some not great fights, it seems like. And I think Algernon's going to push him. It's sort of a matter of time unless he switches up his tactics here.
Yeah, and Super Lisco is just unstoppable at the moment. He'll kill Hank's castle most likely. Let's see if Hank can keep it up. Nope. Castle will go down.
Yes.
And Hank is saying 1v7. So I think eventually what will happen is Algernon and Carlini might ally just so they can kill Lisco. Like, Lisco is going to have a lot of enemies. Or Grim could do it.
Grim should be turning on him, I think, at some point here. Like, this is the window that Grim has, because Grim's got to be next.
Yeah, you're right. Good point. And you know what? He's deleting Vils for pop space. He has lots of resources. He is Britain's. And he's also allied with Lisco, so he could surprise the guy. Where does Lisco have his king? Okay, Lisco's king is inside that castle. It's not far from this. Not far from this at all. This could happen.
Yeah, just a quick snipe. They'd get him. Oh, I think he is actually planning something along those lines, though. If you check out Grim.
Yeah. Yeah, he has rams with longbows inside, so that's definitely not a peaceful army.
No, and that's good for sniping. All the ranged units, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 12 range should be. Yep, 12 range. What he needs is to treb down the castle. Now, the sad thing is, if Lisco just has some siege units next to his castle, he'll be fine. And you know what? He might be noticing this now, because remember, he's allied with Grim. And okay, he's walling up now. He realizes he's making siege onagers, getting hoardings for his castle HP, and this will at the very least distract Super Lisco from the others.
Yeah, no, this is big. This is going to change. I mean, without this, it looked like Lisco is just going to run over the map, but I think this is going to change right now. Yeah,
I agree. You could also not go for the King Snipe, and you could just choose to go for the guy's eco. That way he can't fight. Just win him in a straight-up battle and not go for snipes. So there are options there. Carlini, he's in trouble. He has a lot of castles near the edge of the map. But he's losing his economy to Algernon. And even Roach is building a castle there now. So I think Carlini's on... I mean, it's funny to see Roach show up randomly, but I think Carlini could be in big, big trouble here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it needs to be left alone. But I mean, even if you're left alone, how are you going to rebuild? Like all the space is taken, everybody's
Yeah.
bases are intertwined at this point. Tough rebuild.
Really impressive job from Roach to be at 140 pop. He has relocated multiple times now, and he has a decent economy. It's impressive. Speaking of relocating and rebooming, Trirem, he's at 160 population with the lead Camel Archer now, so he could
Yeah.
really do something.
Oh, he's got a big group of them. Are you seeing that?
Yeah. I bet you he wants some revenge versus Grim. I think that's where he's going right now. Grim is otherwise occupied in a fight which he may or may not win versus Super Lisco.
Yeah, he had to do that fight though, but this is great timing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if Trirem had Siege, Grim would be dead. Grim would not be able to keep his king alive.
Yep.
But I think, oh, you know what? Trirem's going to help. Trirem's going to help. This is probably the best play. Help versus Super Lisco. I like how they could settle their differences there.
Yeah, good point.
So with the Camel Archers, it'll be more difficult for Super Lisco. Grim ejects the longbows from his rams and starts ramming down the stables. Would really like to see some trebs. I feel like Britons have to use their range, you know?
Yeah, I don't mind the capped ram play. I think it's going to be pretty good against the castles. I like it better than the petard play.
For sure. For sure. You know, if you go with petards, you end up in a transport like Snippy is. If you go to his point of view and do control shift up, he was just in a transport, and he's now rebooming with a lumber camp in his king, guys.
Got a little hideaway in there. I like that.
Yeah, poor Snippy. Okay, no one's dead yet. 1 hour into this game. Trirem and Grim, who were fighting each other before, they're now allied. And they're going versus Lisco. And Lisco, he was pushing Hank. I imagine Hank will be able to push him back a little bit more. I know Super Lisco's good, Spirit, but it's really difficult to go 1v4, 1v3.
Sure, or yeah, very heavily 1 versus 2 right now. With pretty different units, like camels and longbows, like it's hard to come up with a single good counter to both of those.
Yep, definitely. So I'm going to remove the overlay to those watching the stream because it's a bit buggy there. Yeah, Lisco's king, I believe, is... Yeah, it's in a castle close by to this. So that's where Grim is trying to go. But this is the benefit of getting all the map. Super Lisco is losing some ground, but he's still fine because he gained so much map control earlier. But I say he's fine. He's at 160 instead of 200 population. So no longer at max pop.
Yeah, that could be pretty revealing. I'm also not feeling as good about Algernon on the right anymore. Like, he cleared out Carlini, but he didn't really rebuild in that area.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's stretched a little thin at the moment.
Well, they both don't have trade. They're both around 150 pop, so they invested resources to attack each other, and they both didn't really go anywhere. Algernon is making some trade cards now, and he's trading with the market that Roach has set up. So Roach is a valuable ally to him. And, you know, Roach, again, I'm impressed the guy's still alive. This is really good play.
Yeah, he's been moving around all over, and that's what you have to do on a map like this, for sure.
Grim's longbows are killing so much of Super Lisco's economy. So many idle farms for Super Lisco.
Well, some pretty good shots there with the Siege Onager, though. Taking out a lot of longbows.
Yeah, I see that. I missed it on the screen. It looks like he killed 40, maybe? 40, 50?
Yeah, it was over a couple of different shots.
Oh! There's another shot as well. It wasn't the best, but the second shot should clean up nothing. All right. Well, yeah, the range of the longbow is becoming an issue for Super Lisco. And without an ally, I think Super Lisco is going to struggle in this game. Everyone else is beginning trade, or at least Algernon, Hank, and Roach seem to be. That is not the case for Super Lisco, and full Halberdier spam is not going to win this game for him.
Yeah, I do wish Trirem would go in there with the camels, though, or the camel archers, and just do some raiding on the wood. I think they could knock Lisco out right now.
Yeah, he has the right idea, though. He says Treb castles. They really need to get Trebs. Because you don't want to run underneath the castles with any units, because siege onagers can hide there, and it's just much easier when you have Britons especially, to make them come to you. So there are some trebuchets for Grim, and he's actually cutting the wood with his onager. So he's hoping to get close to these castles, and that's exactly where Super Lisco has his king. So I'll keep you guys updated on Snippy. No offense to him, but I don't think a Snippy update will be needed anytime soon.
We'll give him 30 minutes.
We'll give him some time. However, you know, Carlini and Algernon are still going at it down here. And Carlini, he had castles up against that shore, not the shoreline, the edge of the map. So he probably saw the trade, and he's looking to stop that.
Yeah, nice push. Just changing the angle that you're attacking from can be really effective in situations like that.
Yeah, I think this is not good for Carlini, though. I mean, he probably needs a friend. In a Diplo battle, you need to have an ally. And it's hurting Algernon as well. While Algernon is actually trying to trade, which is good, but it's being disrupted.
Yeah, sorry, who's trading? We got... Oh, what happened to Algernon?
Oh, he's dead!
Oh, man, he must have lost his king.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where the king was, though. That's the thing. Now, I think Roach might have done it. Because I saw Roach set Algernon to enemy for a second, and then he just set Algernon back to ally. So he sniped Algernon so quickly that Algernon never had a chance to respond. Ooh. Oh, look at the crossbows. You see these random crossbows from Roach?
Yep.
To the left. Yeah, he probably sniped it with that. Yes, yes. You can see where the king was. There's this little carcass there next to the stables. So the king was out, and Roach turned on him and sniped him. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh boy.
Wow, I'm surprised, man, because Algernon's been trading with him and everything. What a backstab. Okay.
Wish we saw that, but yeah, I think you figured out exactly what happened there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say it before the game because I didn't want mods to be scared, but we will now unmod Algernon since he died first. So it's been a good ride, Algernon. Thank you very much for being a moderator all these years, but we're going to hire someone else now. You should have saw that coming, man. You should have saw that coming.
Jeez, you're tough on your mods.
Yeah, man, it's brutal. $0 an hour, you got to earn it. Oh, man. And Super Lisco is at 110 pop spirit. He has 700 food, 500 wood. He doesn't have an economy.
Is anybody at 200 pop, though? Let's see.
Oh! Hold on a second. The king is right there for Super Lisco, right next to Hank's army, and Hank gets his revenge. Wow.
Oh, man.
So Algernon has been killed off, Algernon's been killed off, and Super Lisco's been killed off. My goodness.
And that's the thing about this map is I felt like they were in the best position not that long ago.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy, man. I think that having allies is the important thing. And now Grim has lost his alliance with Hank. Hank turns on him. And Grim has a mess of longbows, but he's going to need to defend himself. Pretty wild game, man.
Yeah, no, I don't even know who's in front right now. I'm thinking, just looking at total population, I think Purple or Super Nerds, it's hard to see where his economy is coming from, but I guess it's just everywhere.
He is trading diagonally down to Roach's markets. Roach is, as far as I know, working on trading with him as well. So those two, the first two to make an alliance, they could be the strongest. But Grimm's longbows, I don't see how anyone can kill that. That's quite a few longbows.
That's quite a mass of longbows now, yeah.
Yeah. Trirem just asked Grimm a moment ago if he wanted to trade, which is interesting because they were fighting each other early on. So maybe Trirem doesn't want to trade.
Should hire me. I would be best.
Yeah, I feel like you got it at some point, because if other players are trading, it's such a disadvantage, right, to not have gold.
Yeah, and okay, so things are developing now, Spirit. Trirem does have markets. He's sending trade to Grimm's market, which is on fire.
Thanks for this time.
And Trirem and Grimm are fighting Hank, so we have a 2v2 going on there.
He pretends to be. Will people finally know they should team up from the very start and kill him in Dark Age?
I think the audio is bugged. Because someone just donated and everyone... It's not loud for me, And yet everyone in the Twitch chat is saying it's really loud.
Oh, they have to take a look at the audio in between games.
Yeah, it's probably just having Skype open, so it's not you are loud. I don't know what it is. Well, sorry guys. I have to admit, it's kind of funny when I don't have to experience it and you guys do. I mean, my microphone cord's right here, and I've adjusted it. So I don't know. I will look at it in between games. I'm so sorry, but it is kind of funny. I'm evil. I'm evil. Okay, back to the game. Well, as you said, looking at populations can be nice. And Trirem, he's at 130 with a big ball of camel archers. But it's not a great population. I don't think it's a great population for any player, really.
No, nobody's got a really great setup at the moment.
So we have Hank and Grim. We have Hank and Roach allied, and then we have Grim and Trirem allied. What about Snippy? Snippy's probably... Oh, look at that! He has one castle, and then he has a Batard.
He's just trading wood. He's doing it like a forest nothing map here.
Yeah.
He's just cutting wood, trading it for gold.
Okay, well, yeah, he's making his second Batard, so he's determined to get a snipe in this game. And then you have Carlini, and as far as I know, Carlini is not allied with anyone.
No,
Oh, he's
but
allied with everyone.
He's got the best eco at the moment, I think. Like, it looks the most untouched recently.
Tristan, I love you, man.
And he's trading with Hank.
My ears like that isn't all that great to be
So guys, am I loud now that another alert's coming in? Yeah. If people are telling me to check my audio, I'll have to do it in between games. I can't do anything about it. Okay. Yeah, it's just random. This has never happened before. We're gonna say thanks HD and leave it at that, right?
Blame HD.
Yeah, blame HD for it. Okay, so Carlini's actually trading with Hank, and Hank is getting pushed. He's getting pushed by Trirem.
Trirem's getting pushed by Carlini at the same time here.
Oh, where's his king? Dude, I wish, like, there's so many colors on this minimap. I wish I could ask for a point so you could tell me exactly what's happening and where it's happening, but I can't see anything. I just see random colors.
Oh, I know, just mess colors. Well, we got another Siege Onager army up in the, I guess, sort of the east side near the edge of the map. Kind of moving towards the middle of Carlini's base. He's got like
wow, okay.
Army of Onagers.
Yeah, deer's not happy about it. Look at that deer glitched into the onagers. That's funny. So Halb's an SO, and yeah, Carlini does have a bit of trade. Now the guy he's trading with could die in a second, which would be a problem, but he has gold, and as you said, he might be going directly for, I guess, Grim.
Oh no. Dude, Snippy. No.
Wait, where's Snippy? No, don't be like this. Grim.
Why? Oh.
You know, I can't really blame Grim because he knows exactly what Snippy's intentions are.
Yeah, totally.
You know? So, like, while we can be upset that Snippy's gonna die, Snippy would have tried to kill him, right? So, I guess we can't blame the guy. And Snippy's out of the game. Well, it was a good attempt, Snippy. I'm still disappointed he didn't kill Carlini. This whole game could have panned out differently if he got that snipe.
Well, that would have been huge, yeah.
That would have been probably his most epic snipe considering the circumstances. And Grim says, ain't trusting Snippy with a castle. GG. Yeah, exactly. I cannot blame him at all.
No.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go back to Hank's base for a moment because his king is in the castle that's currently being attacked. He's repairing it, but that's not going to last very long. He has skirmishers. He does not have gold. He has not appealed for help. He has not asked anyone for help. Carlini's making a move. Now, is this towards Grim or is this towards Trirem?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. Who's he going for?
He's allied with both. So
he's played that well the whole game, though. I feel like he's been allied with everybody until it's too late.
yeah, I think that it'll be Trirem, and he could use the attack ground hotkey against the castle. Look, see, Trirem will not get an attack notification from this. So he won't even realize. His king will be ejected from this castle. Where will he go? Okay, he realizes, he runs, or at least it was ejected this way.
Yep.
And he's luckily running towards his army.
Getting stuck by the trade, though. That was dangerous.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think he's realized now.
Snipe in there too. Because you got to take down the castle, but then you also need to snipe the king.
Yeah, Carlini's having some fun with the siege onagers. Oh god, he could kill his own units. What do you do? What do you do? You have to kill him. Carlini's gonna lose all of this at this rate.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man? You need something, at least halberdiers in front. Well, Trirem, he will be less successful with his push against Hank now, I guess. So, I guess to my mods that are actually watching this stream, with this whole audio thing, if you are aware of a fix, you could PM me on Discord. Twitch chat, as much as I love you guys, like, we have 2,300 people giving different suggestions, so it's complicated. I am obviously in the match, so I can't do too much about it. I assume it has to do with Skype interfering, because I've never encountered the issue before, but yeah, my apologies there. We can be best buds, but who is your target? That's what Grim is saying to Roach. Okay.
Sorry about the Skype thing, man. I should really get... I mean,
oh, no,
you got me on Boobly, and you got me on... what was the other one? Twitch.
Twitch,
You
yeah.
got me on both this week.
Yeah, man. It's normally not an issue, right? So that's just my suspicion. It might not even be Skype. Maybe it is on my end, but that's the only thing that changed, right? So it's just my guess. Don't worry about it. Not your fault. It is. It's maybe a bit sadistic, but I find it hilarious because I don't have to deal with it. And like 2,000 people. I don't know if you're familiar with Twitch emotes, but 2,000 people type what face? Like, oh no, stop it. It's. I know it's evil, but I think it's kind of funny. I'm just being honest, okay? Just being honest. Grim has quite a few longbows spirited. He has quite a few. 140 population. That's mainly military.
This is going to be mass longbows against mass siege onagers at this point. I think we're going to have that in the next few minutes.
Unless Roach, he hasn't been doing stuff, but look at his resources.
Well, we feel like he's sneaky, right? Like he's snuck in and sniped Algernon. So you kind of got to watch him a little bit.
And he is using rams at the moment to help Carlini. Oh, God, sorry. Something scared me. We're good. I don't think Spirit of the Law knows about Baby Shark.
Oh, I know about Baby Shark.
Oh, you know about Baby Shark? Yeah, that just blasted in my eardrums, so...
Oh, man, look at the chat go crazy for that.
Yeah, they're a fan of scaring me. It's kind of a two-way street here. Thank you, Ducks. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. So, Roach, this is awkward. This is what Grim is saying. And then Roach apologizes for attacking Trirem. Oh, and Roach says, but I can be allies again. After killing his buildings. What is this nonsense? You can't kill the guy's buildings and then want an alliance.
Yeah, that's a shaky alliance. He's...
For sure.
I mean, you know, the other guy's just going to betray it if you do that.
But I think Roach realizes the strength of Carlini. So maybe he's getting on Carlini's good side to then just backstab him.
Oh, totally.
So
yeah,
maybe that's the logic here. But I wouldn't trust him. If I were Trirem, I would not trust Roach for that reason.
You kind of have to, though. He's fighting everybody pretty much.
Yeah, good point. Carlini has top score. He's the new Super Lisco. Hank says, let's go. And there are a few people closing in on Grim's castle, which actually has Trirem's king inside of it. That's the funny thing. So maybe Trirem and Grim together. Yeah, they just see the flag, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really want to see a juicy siege onager shot.
Oh, I can't wait for, mass longbow against mass siege onager.
It will either be all of these siege onagers die at once.
Yep.
Or the siege onagers kill everything.
There's no other way that can play out. Yep.
Yep. And Carlini and Grim are arguing together. And Grim's like, why would you do this, Carlini? And Carlini says, well, you enemied me. You started it, man. You have a huge army of onagers in my base, man. Fair point.
I love making armies like that. Just armies of 30 onagers. It's so fun.
Don't stop the do-do-do.
It's fun until you fail, and 2,000 people see you fail, right? It's fun until that happens. So Carlini has to be very careful here. And Grim says, "What did you expect? Christmas dinner?" And they're allied again. Okay, that's funny conversation. Thank you, Feudal Age Public EDU. There's a guy whose Twitch name is normally Dark Age Public Education, which I thought was creative, but now he's Feudal Age. He's upgraded. It only took him a year. Thank you, man. Geez, man. So this is slowed down a bit, right? We have less players. Stakes are higher.
It's turned a little bit of a mess. I think people are sort of losing track of, or at least I'm losing track of where all the armies are. I'm just getting little, armies moving around everywhere. There's a ton of trade carts down here in the bottom left, though. Wow.
Bottom left.
Roach doing some serious trade with Grim here.
Whoa, yeah. How much gold is he bringing back? 34. But that's 34 a lot of times, so it's not too bad. Look at Grim on the shoreline with his longbows, Spirit. Trebs and longbows, and he will be doing something sneaky with those. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
And transports, what do you think? Who's he going for?
I was thinking Carlini, but I don't know where Carlini's... Oh wait, Carlini's being attacked by Roach. Roach has turned on Carlini, and Carlini's running. Where did the king go? The king is in this castle. Again, you can do the control shift up if you want to locate it, but so this is the strength of Khmer late game. Roach got there. He has some trade, as we saw. Carlini's army is, I don't even know where it is at the moment. I guess it's attacking Roach. And that will probably all die to the light cav Roach is creating there.
Yeah, light cav in there. Once they get in, you're either killing your own onagers or... actually, not bad micro, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird because it seems like Carlini is stabilized versus the elephants. And Roach is stabilized versus the siege onagers. So, very close game here.
Yeah, Roach needs some heavy scorpion in there.
Oh man, Snippy has got to be licking his lips watching this now. He's not the one doing it, but looking at Grim now, loading up into transports.
Yeah.
Where is he going? Let's double check king locations. He could go to Roach. Roach's king is probably the closest to the shoreline, so that's a possibility. I don't see him going for Carlini, actually, because Carlini's so far away from the shore. So maybe it is a snipe versus Roach coming from Grim.
I like the trebuchets this time, though. Instead of sending just the rams and just the longbows. I think this is a better play.
Yeah, so at the start of this game, I said that Super Lisco and Roach are probably the two strongest players. Roach was attacked by Super Lisco. Roach has been hanging on. Super Lisco was killed already. Roach is coming back. Grim sees that. And Grim, here he comes with transports. Who will he go for? He's allied with Roach at the moment. So if Roach is preoccupied against Carlini, this would be the time. Where are the transports going?
Picked some good times to betray. Because when he betrayed Lisco, I thought that was a really good time as well. And this seems like a good time to just sneak in and just snipe somebody that you're worried about.
Yeah, but he's going the long way around. Carlini has a few turtle ships. So if he's going for Carlini, he needs to be careful.
The turtle ships.
The turtle ships have done a decent job. Hopefully Carlini isn't looking at the turtle ships because he'll see the transports. This is really interesting. I think Grim... Yeah, he must be going for Carlini because he's avoiding the turtle ships.
Yeah, that gives it away a bit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Carlini is at 140 population, still making siege onagers and halberdiers, and Roach is is still making elephants, and he has trades and 160 pop. So they're both in strong positions.
Yeah, those elephants are just wrecking Carlini's base.
Oh, Grim is going the long way around, man. This is so sneaky, but he won't surprise Carlini, really.
Oh, Carlini just went enemy to him.
Ooh. Okay, so, yeah, he must have seen it because they were allied. That is a lot of units to get off of transports. Just Age of Empires things. How did those units fit? I don't understand it. Okay. Well, what is this? 80 longbows and 5 trebuchets. And so Grim is attacking Carlini, and I assume Roach is still doing it as well, right? Yeah, Roach is. So a 2v1 versus the top scorer in the game.
Yep, and that Castle of Kingston might go down here. Because
Yeah,
Roach is taken out.
Oh, yeah, there's so many castles. I missed it. You're right. Carlini could be done. Unless he snipes, which is probably unlikely, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay, though. He got his king out of there. He's a little bit safer position now.
Does he have relics? He must have a relic. Oh, he does have one relic in the far north, so that's where he's getting a little bit of gold, but he doesn't have a lot beyond that, or any beyond that. I'll tell you what, man. Oh! Micro from Grim. Nice micro against the Siege Onager. Could have been a lot worse. Good. But the game has been really good. This has been a solid diplomacy game.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth. Really hard to tell. You keep thinking somebody's winning, and then they just get taken out.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of Trirem at the moment. Trirem has some camel archers sitting in the trade route of Roach and Grim, so Trirem might try and surprise those guys while they're preoccupied killing Carlini.
Yeah, I like how he's going out and building all those farms too, kind of rebuilding his eco somewhere nobody's really paying attention.
Super Lisco is here with halberdiers, even though he's dead. So he's raiding the farming eco. That's kind of funny. No. Oh, geez. And noobcaster that I am, I missed some Siege Onager shots. Grim still has a lot more longbows, but I would kill the siege workshops before pushing in, you know? Make sure that Carlini can't surprise you. Like this! Oh my god, what a shot!
Oh,
what a
man.
shot. That was so good, too, because he used the attack ground hotkey. He didn't click. He used the hotkey. Well played.
Even those ones that survive are on, like, 7 HP.
Yeah. But I do think that Carlini's getting overwhelmed. And it almost seems like Hank is trying to help Carlini. Or at least they are allied together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think they both need that, though.
Yeah, they do. Hank we haven't talked about in a while. He is a 200 pop, but he doesn't have a trading partner at the moment, and he was perhaps hoping to trade with Carlini. Yeah, there's actually trade coming down this way. I think the audio might have just gone really, really loud again. It's got to be Skype because my streaming program says that it's not loud. So you guys have to keep your volume hotkeys ready. Oh, geez, the longbows! Grim, what are you doing, man? Oh, man.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, he's getting in close. He feels like he could do this, but he runs into skirmishers. Ouch. Yeah. So that transport was a gigantic fail. Didn't accomplish much at all.
I like the attempt, though, and it's definitely not an angle he was going to expect anything from.
Yeah.
So it's a nice try.
I agree. So Roach said in the chat to Hank, he said, Hank, only you can read this. Red and gray are allied, so we need to fight them after Carlini is gone. So that's interesting to me. It's like Roach and Hank are still planning on staying allied together.
Yeah, Hank's in a better position than he looks. Like on the map. Uh-oh, who's got...
Oh! Trirem's dead! Who killed him? Who killed him? Was it Grim? Or was it Hank? Hank has some transports around.
Charity, #pray for Carlini.
I have no clue. I have no clue where his king was. He was obviously surprised by it because we didn't see him moving. His king is dead.
Grim's got an ally. I don't think it was him.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it was Hank and Roach because they have some rams and skirmishers around here. These two these two have worked together against Superlisco, against Carlini now. They're doing a great job, and I think it will go down to those two at this rate, unless Grim or Carlini have something to say about it.
Yep, no, I agree.
Roach's castle T90 between the two castles. That's what chat is saying. I do have some other people spectating.
Oh, I think Carlini's going down here, man.
Ooh.
His king's in a castle, totally sieged by elephants right now.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. There's
Heavy
siege
scorpions
behind.
coming in.
Carlini's dead. I mean, he can run around, but he'll run into Hank. What's funny, Hank says Carlini, new market. As Carlini is running away to keep himself alive, he says yes.
Not the priority.
Okay. Well, it is interesting how Hank is allied to Roach and to Carlini.
Oh, that king's going down, man.
Yeah, it will probably
Roach
die to light cav, won't it?
Yep.
Well, Hank is asking Carlini a question, and Carlini is dead. And now I think that Grim and Hank need to team up on Roach, because Roach seems to be the most dominant player.
Yep, even just looking at the map, you can see it's a little bit everywhere. It's built up quite a bit. Yeah, I think that's the play. Whichever two team up can beat the other one for sure.
I think the issue is that Roach not only has been like good friends with Hank, but he's friends with Grim as well. So he's trading. And Grim says, so Hank next, or will you betray your best bud? And Roach is like, yes, we'll get Hank. So I don't know if if Hank is expecting this, but he's about to be attacked.
Well, if they team up, they're definitely going to take him out.
Yeah. So Roach enemies Hank the super nerd. Hank, he does not have what he needs to deal with fully boomed Khmer, man. The elephants and the scorpions and the siege rams are insanely good. 9 range on the scorpions. I think Hank will probably die to this. So Grim, does he need to think about sniping now? Dude. Spirit. What? Okay, so find Grim's castle, look to the right of that, and look what he's doing with the rams.
Oh, sneaky.
Can this work? Can he time it to perfection? Because he would have to wait. Yeah.
Not enough longbows, I think. Or these only have 5 in them. Okay. That's
Maybe I'm sitting too close to my mic. I'm going to move my mic back. Apparently when I said dude, which was really loud, it spiked. So I'll back up a little bit. Hank has his king and his TC. Should be safe for a little while.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot though. Like he doesn't have a lot of eco left. I think Grim and Roach need to think about taking out the other or getting themselves in a position to do that.
Yeah, it's tough. I guess if they had unlimited resources, it'd be easier to say. But to me, it just seems like the only person that has resources is Roach.
Well, Roach has a ton, yeah.
Yeah. But does Roach see that Grim is coming in with rams? Oh, this is interesting. Roach sees the ram, signals it, and says stop, and Grim says, sorry, where to go?
Sorry, just lost.
Where's his king? Yeah, nice save, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Nice save. Like, oh, I was just going the wrong way, man. I misclicked. My bad. Just passing.
No.
So Roach stays cool with him. Roach doesn't really... He doesn't turn on him or anything. He knows that he still needs Grim. And Roach says, can't trick me that way, 11. So, yeah. Roach basically just said, yeah, you're full of shit, Grim. That's basically what he said. Poor Hank.
I don't know if Roach does need him, though. I mean, Roach is in a really good position.
Well, I think, I agree. I think that he could probably 1v2 them, but it's better for him to keep an ally right now.
Yeah.
Because he does not want to fight 2. That is a lot of trash units.
That is a lot of trash against scorpions.
Yeah. If you make enough of them, make enough trash, and he has the wood and the food to do it, he could push this back, but now that the longbows arrive, it's going to be near impossible, I think. I hope this is multi-queue so we can spam these. I feel bad for Hank because I feel like Hank saved Roach, you know? Or he helped.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's had a lot of betrayals against him, but he's done a really good job hanging on.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy. I feel like Grim and Roach have been more bullies than Hank has been this game, so I'm kind of rooting for him here.
Has Hank tried to team up though? I feel like he didn't play. Like he could have played those two guys off each other.
He hasn't said anything to him. He didn't even say anything to Roach after Roach enemied him. He's just been fighting. You know, maybe if he would say, hey, listen, Grim is more of a threat than me, Roach, so let's ally. Or sometimes players will say, hey, I don't think I can win, but I'm going to help you kill the other guy, and then at the end you can kill me. So, Grim says, I'll sit behind your scorpions.
This is a good combo. Yeah.
Yeah, good combo indeed.
And scorpions, that's tough without onagers or something. I don't think he's got the gold for that.
So, do you think that Grim should be going for another snipe attempt?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so as well, because I don't see him winning if he doesn't go for a snipe attempt. A straight-up fight versus Khmer is going to be too difficult. And he's making a few petards, actually, man. He's making petards. He's making elite longbows.
Oh, there you
go.
go.
So he'll try it. Okay, Snippy style.
Yeah, because Hank can't pull this off for very long.
Nah.
Just the skirmishers. It's not really going to happen.
Yeah, so in an ideal world, Grim would turn on Roach immediately after Hank dies. And we're getting very close to that. Very, very close to that. And Grim recognizes it. He has to move quick, man. He has to move quick, and here he goes.
If you're Roach, you have to anticipate this.
Yeah, definitely. He does not have any onagers in his siege workshop. In fact, he's fully popped, so he couldn't even make something. However, what he does have is his castle where the king's in. It's set to go into the castle to the right of it. So if he loses that, it'll hop right into the next one. Hank goes down. There's two left. It's Roach and Grim now. Oh, and Roach realizes.
Oh, that was smart with the king, having it go into the other one. That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, and now, because it's not Trebs and because it was Petards, Roach has outsmarted Grim, and I think Grim is in trouble. I think Roach is going to take this game.
Yeah, you're not going to take down a castle like that. You're just hoping for... I don't even know what you're hoping for if you're Grim right now.
Oh, God, the king jumped out, and I Woo! I think I jumped more than the king did out of that castle. My God, that was scary. Well, anyway, I think that Elephants and Siege Rems should beat Britons now. And Grim, that was it for him, man. He doesn't have any... He has 100 pop. He doesn't have resources.
Yeah, that was the one shot.
And, man, Roach did it after such a struggle at the beginning. What a game for him.
Yeah, when you think about it, because he basically had no base and just built in Carlini's.
Yeah.
As Carlini got taken out by Algernon.
Yep. Sorry, chat. Sorry about the audio spikes. Oh, man. Well, the castle is here with Grim's king in it. He says, well, I won't move the king. Come and get it. So he's kind of accepting that he's probably dead now. And he knows that Roach can kill him. Roach just needs probably to kill the units that he has in the north. This can actually become a concern. You have so many units elsewhere, and you need new ones, but you don't have population space. But he'll get here eventually.
Yeah, it's looking like a matter of time unless Grim's can do something pretty clever. And I don't even know, like, what does he need to do? Just more petards? I don't think that's a winning play.
Probably Trebs, I guess.
Yeah.
He'd probably need Trebs, and he would need to surprise Roach, which is not going to happen now, right? So it's unlikely because of that. He could try and go for a transport, maybe. Use the transports with some Trebs. I think if he goes in a straight-up fight, he'll eventually lose. But second place is not too bad.
No, not all. Both of them played very well. In fact, everybody played really well in the game.
Well, that's a lot of longbows, but it's a lot of elephants. A lot of scorpions are going to move forward, and the key ingredient against Britons is always Siege Ram. They don't have a real answer to Siege Ram. They could go halberdiers, but then you have the scorpions.
Yeah, halberdiers would have been a good play here, though, against the elephants.
Yeah, I think he never really had a strong eco because he had 80 to 100 longbows, no food, never set himself up to go halberdier and longbow, which is what you'd want as Britons.
Pretty late to transition, yeah.
So I'm playing this fun game right now where I can see how many times this person in my Twitch chat can ask me a question. I think we're at about like 20. Fandom member has asked me about 20 times to ask you for elephant facts, and I've seen it every time, and I haven't said anything. Like, he keeps going, man. He wants elephant facts. He keeps going. There you go.
Oh boy, I've used them all up now.
Yeah, too late. It's actually quite funny. I think this game has showed you guys how evil my moderators are and how evil I can be with my Twitch tricks. But the king is in here, right? Yeah, the king is in here.
Yep.
And I believe the end is near. Grim said he won't run the king. He knows that he'll probably die.
Well, where would you run it to anyway, right?
Yeah, it would just delay the inevitable, right? All right, there goes the king. Santa Claus is on the move.
Those Khmer elephants are almost as fast as the king.
Yeah. All right, game's gonna end here, man.
Nice, well played.
Wow, that was incredible from Roach. Algernon, of course, still here. He says, "Roach, you sneak bastard." Roach ends up getting the win. I have to say, impressive. He normally wins community games when he plays with all of you guys watching out there. But in those instances, he's the top dog. And so here, that was not the case. He was killed off. He had to relocate, and people trusted him, and no one ever had the strength to really combat him. Well played. Having an ally was important here. Roach had allies in Hank. He had allies in Grim. He had allies in a lot of people, actually, after Super Lisco attacked him, Spirit.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, definitely the diplomacy was the biggest thing here, and whoever was better at not getting attacked.
Yeah,
I think that was more important than how good you were at booming or micro or all that stuff.
Well, trade is pretty telling. 19,000 gold for Roach in trade. The second highest was Hank, and he had 4,000. So it was a pretty aggressive game. There weren't a lot of moments where players just sat back and soaked up the trade, except Roach. Roach was actually able to do that. And then when he had the resources, he, of course, has one of the best civs. So very well played for Roach. Or, as Germans probably know it, Rochen. I can't speak German. I tried. Roach is just too nice. That's my theory. I don't know if the other mods agree, but I feel like Roach is too nice to ever turn on. He never, I guess in this instance, he turned on Hank and he didn't say much, but he seems like he's too nice, and no one ever wants to kill you, man. So it works out.
He was sneaky, though, because weren't we saying that he's the one with the crossbows that took out somebody's king?
Yes. Who was that? Algernon, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think that's why Algernon said, "You sneak bastard." Yeah. We missed that, man. We missed 2 snipes. We missed... How did Trirem die?
Yeah, no idea. Who did we say did that? Was that Hank we said did that? I can't remember now.
I thought it was Hank and or Roach. Who was it that killed you, Trirem? Wasn't me. Who killed Trirem? Someone has to fess up here. I killed the castle. Maybe he just ran into harm's way by accident. Grim did it. Oh, okay. So anyway, the first person to die was Algernon, right? So, Algernon, you might not have heard this because you were still in the game. But we have to unmod you now. So, welcome Algernon to the chat. Algernon no longer is moderator on the stream.
Are you replacing him, or he's just out?
What do you think, Spirit? I can give you a spot if you want.
I know, I'll take it.
Okay, I'll give Spirit the spot.
What's the pay?
Sorry, what's the pay? $0.00. How's that sound?
Sure. Sounds about right.
Algernon hasn't whined about it. It's not fun. Oh, he says unsubbed. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Well, obviously, I'm gonna remod Algernon. I can't live with this joke for very long. Algernon is. Oh, Ducks the Savior banned him. That's hilarious. He got banned. Okay, hold on. I'll save you, Algernon. I'll mod you again. Ducks wasted no time. It bans the guy. Okay, Algernon's mod again. Of course, kidding. I'm not gonna unmod you. Well played, guys. Well played. Oh, geez. Okay, so we have. I'm trying to think about how to do this, Spirit.
Like time-wise, because you got 30 minutes? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I think if we were to do another game, it could be a struggle to stay on par with the schedule.
Yep.
It might be easier. Might be easier for us to part ways, and then we start Force Nothing early.
What about your giveaways and stuff, though?
Yeah, exactly. So I do the giveaways and all that, and then start Force Nothing early.
Oh, I got you.
And I don't want you to stick around for like 3 hours of Force Nothing either. So we have the option of, I guess, go for a quick game and try and make it quick between mods that haven't played yet. Or I don't know what that setting would be. Or we just start Force Nothing earlier, and that's the end. What do you think, chat?
Shoot your eye out, kid.
Let's be honest. They're not here for me. They're here for Force Nothing.
I don't know, man. It's pretty close.
That's quite a compliment. Well, while they talk, I've got an elephant fact for you.
Oh, elephant fact. Yes. Okay, there we go. That one viewer is going to be so excited, man.
Actually, I just put out a video today that had an elephant fact. And it was a really good one.
I see.
I'll tell you guys that one. That was...
So it wasn't that random.
No, but... okay, so you know how humans have 2 sets of teeth? Like we grow on our baby teeth and then adult teeth?
Yep.
Turns out elephants actually grow 6 sets over the course of their life, and they grow them in from the back and push forward.
Huh.
Crazy, huh?
I feel like just hear me out here. How many people can actually verify how elephant teeth grow in, right? So here's my point.
You
I
can't
feel
doubt
like if
elephant man.
if I worked with elephants, I would be a troll and I would say something exactly like that. And then the general public all around the world would believe it, and it could be false. Like I feel like that could be a troll. You know?
No, but these are elephant facts. These aren't elephant
trolls,
maybes.
Yeah.
Elephant trolls, yeah.
Yeah, but who's writing the facts? We need to get an elephant in here. That's what we need. we need an elephant to fact check this, and we need to, I guess we wouldn't even be able to check his teeth. We'd need to get a baby elephant and count them as he grows